Okay, hi guys. Alright, hang on, Nibby. Hang on. Alright. So, I've been gone for a while. I did a live show, kind of taking a break. Okay. A little bit of activity as soon as I get them out of the house here. Yeah, so there's a rabbit. A rabbit. So, I still am thinking and looking, trying to find the right stuff about this Black Knight satellite video that I want to do, and I know it's taking forever. So, I have new subscribers, so that's pretty cool. I got a bunch of new subscribers just recently. Somebody must have recommended me, so whoever did, thank you very much. I love you. So, let me see. I'm trying to manage this dog and get my phone adjusted the right way I want it here. There we go. So, come on. Sorry guys, I haven't got my thoughts organized like I thought I did. Oh yeah, the Black Knight satellite. Now, as some of you it's busy today. Some of you may know that I really have been listening to and watching a lot of Philip K. Dick lately. And of course I watched Blade Runner when it came out, and it's awesome. Awesome movie. And then at that time I actually did read the book, and it made no sense to me. Some of you may know, I believe he was one of the first affected people, and he did believe that he had come from another dimension or another timeline. So, of course, he wrote probably 30 books or something. I don't even know how many. I'm not good with remembering numbers. But this Black Knight satellite is something that's been rumored, or they have pictures of it, circling the Earth. If in fact the Earth is a sphere, and it's not a complete lie, so let's just assume that it is for now. I'm still working on this sphere assumption. But there's the doves, there's the flock, it's around the block there. But he believed that he was communicating with the satellite. See if I can get them. It's hard for me to see them. He believed that he was communicating with a satellite, receiving instructions from it. He also referred to a plasmatic entity, which I think was just his way of talking about the Holy Spirit. Okay, these birds are coming right over this house. Let's see if we can. I don't want to be like I'm filming somebody's house. I want to get right over the top. Yeah, guys, I'm terrible at catching the birds. So I've just been looking into that a lot. There was some talk about in 2017, Security Team 10 reported that it was shot down, right? But there have been other reports of satellites shot down that just don't seem to jive. One in the 80s, where if you look at the different reports, it's reported as something different being shot down. So I'm just still looking into all of that. Come on, Abby. He also wrote, he had extensive journals he called his exegesis. Come on, Abby. Which I'll have to look up that word. I can't remember what it means exactly. So otherwise, just kind of taking a break from a lot of it. Taking a break from the effects. I did a live show. I was on metered internet for a little while too, so I couldn't upload anything. I could have kept making videos, but I just decided I would take a break, which was good, and I don't know any of the new effects. So hooray for me. You know, I think for those of you that haven't been listening to me or new, I think all of the effects are evil or stupid. I also think that they may have spells attached to the logos or what are probably called sigils. So I made a video called Don't Stare at Them. Yeah, Don't Stare at Them, which goes into a lot of detail on the spell making that they're probably doing on the logos and sigils. So I just have a theory that the effects may have extra spells attached to them, specifically targeting us. Just a thought. But I don't like the cycle that we are in of effect after effect after effect. I said this early on. We could spend the rest of our freaking lives tracking the effects. Right? It's just going to keep changing as far as I can tell, and they just keep getting bigger on my end. I don't know about you guys. Look at those clouds. Look at that. Also, for those of you who are new, I live near a mountain range, and it changes. And all sorts of odd things in relation to the changing of the landscape around here in this area. Let's see, I always recommend to my subscribers, my favorite YouTube channel is Kinnigan, Kinnigan 2.0. Since he's one of those that had his channel taken down and had to start another one. I spent a long time following the ancient astronauts and ufology, and for years and years, and that's where I come from on the truther end of the community. I got pretty soured when MUFON took over all of the different UFO reporting, collecting data people. Abby, look at her. She's always goes around these things. Honey, yeah. Easier for me to go than it's around me. Kind of soured back then, and just for the problem of them being in control over every single little tiny bit of information at this point, as far as UFOs are concerned. Let's see. Wait till we get past this lady. Go faster, Abby. Let's go faster. So, yeah, that was quite a while back. And then the ancient astronauts thing, I subscribed to, well, I ended up subscribing to a magazine called Legendary Times. And I don't even remember how I found out about this magazine, but then they had a website, right? And that's still up. But that's what got me into the ancient astronauts thing. Before that, I had read a couple of Von Daniken books, so I was always kind of interested. Then I emailed with that guy Giorgio for a couple times, and he was supposed to give me free issues of Legendary Times, like a free year subscription. 2 free years I was supposed to get. And a bumper sticker. And he didn't give me any of those things. I think the magazine went debunked. I don't know. Defunct. Not debunked, defunct. But he was very anti-Christian, and so this was way before he was on the show. He was editor of that magazine. So, there's a flag with a stripe, red stripe. They're all over this neighborhood. So, blue actually. It's blue and red. Then the ancient aliens. After a while, the series just really seemed to be pushing some kind of new agey ideas, pushing away of God type ideas. Early in my life, I had a dream about this false alien invasion as well. So while I do believe in aliens, I think there are also false aliens and demons. I don't really see what the big difference is, whether they come to us from outer space or from another dimension. Same with us. Same thing, to my way of thinking. So, or you could say it's a metaphor. Now, if I start, getting really convinced in the flat earth, I don't know, what I'll do. I actually picture the dimensional earths as sort of like an onion. And I feel like I started out, way towards the outer edge of the onion, and now I'm getting, in towards the middle, smaller layers. That's... But dimensionally speaking, not physically speaking, if that makes any sense at all. And so I think demons and angels do exist, as well as aliens. I'm not picky on the names, you know. I'm sure they have, if I see one, I'll ask them what they are called. So, well, I'm just going to approach it that way, guys, because there's so much conflicting information out there. So many conflicting opinions on what they are. But I do believe that there are other dimensional beings, of course, and that we are dimensional beings as well. And so I've, which way should I go? I think last time I was at this intersection, I was talking about the soul trap. So, I just think that it's not that we're becoming superhuman, it's that we're just becoming fully human as we're supposed to be, kind of escaping the trap. I think most of humanity, it's you're in a cage, but you know how an animal that's been caged all its life, when you open the door, it won't leave. And I think that's how most of humanity is. So I don't know if you're affected. Maybe you just eyeballed the door and just stepped right out, right? We don't know if we chose this or if we were chosen for it. I think we were chosen for it, but that's just my opinion. So, anyway, just kind of recapping some things for the new subscribers. It's pretty awesome. What else did I have? Oh, I still am thinking about and pursuing these ideas about frequency, trying to show you guys or put across the idea of how different people's frequencies interact. You know, it's not as simple as saying, well, this person's frequency is positive and this person's frequency is negative. It's not that simple, and it's not even simple enough to say that it sometimes is this way and sometimes is that way. Because there's an interaction of frequencies that happens. And so a negative vibe, it's not caused just by one person or another. It's always caused by two. So it always takes two. Always takes two. Whatever you're sensing or feeling, you know, it took both of you to make it. Right? It's not just one person being in the right place or the wrong place, right? And if you've ever had, I know I have had people that just see, whenever you come around them, it's like they just override everybody, right? They're somehow so pushy, bossy, or obnoxious, or whatever it is that they are, that somehow they're able to override, you know, everyone. You know, that is a form of language spellcasting that we talk about. But then other people can be very quiet, and yet others always listen to them, right? So if you have an overriding frequency, it's not because you're either good, you know, you're good, or you're bad. You're just have a large frequency, like someone, you're a person that's like a boulder being thrown into the pond. And a lot of these people around here that haven't stepped out of their cages or whatnot, they're like little pebbles. So if you're affected, I think you're like a boulder. And you actually become the observer in this dimensional space, just because of the way that we've traveled through, which I still am contemplating whether we traveled through the dimensions artificially or through some natural process. I just really don't know. But I do think that this earth here is real. I mean, I don't think it's a simulation. That juniper bush smells sort of similar to juniper that I remember. That's one thing, is all the smells changed for me when I shifted. Like, for a little while I couldn't smell anything at all, and then they're just suddenly different. So, is that induced by some technology? I have no freaking idea. But I do know that I've moved. So, if I came here in a spaceship, it's probably, you know, as DNA, right? So, but I do believe that we're here for a purpose and a reason. We're here to help the others. You know, maybe like coax some people to walk out of their cage, right? You know, I'm Christian, and there's a lot of ways that you can put this Christian, but that's it, you know. I just want to try to get maybe some people to walk out of their cage, or people that do step out of their cage, like, they need help after that, right? So, I just can't, I mean, I'm here for a reason. I just feel that and I know it. So, and maybe you guys feel that way too. So, anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. God bless you. Hopefully I didn't wobble the camera too much. I probably did. Abby's really tired. Alright guys. God bless you. Love ya. Where'd you go, little guy? Ah. I see you. Yeah, hello. Hello, spider. Nice. Stripes. That's a little jumper. Yeah, go outside.